Coach, what's been the biggest thing you've seen so far this year from your offensive linemen?
I think probably the biggest thing is they've taken more ownership. You know, they do a lot of things on their own. They kind of police themselves. They come up here on Saturdays. They do a ton of drills. You know, and their chemistry, I think, is going to really show. They're always together. I think, you know, Paul and Jack and Terrence, they all live together, and Madison's always around. They're always together. So I think that's going to be the big thing. I think they've done a good job transforming their bodies, you know, getting stronger, getting faster. So, yeah, I think they're heading in the right direction.
What do you guys need to do up front against some of these Big 12 defensive linemen in order to keep the quarterback safe and make sure that we can keep the positive drives going down the field?
You know, I think just taking more pride in protecting the quarterback. You know, I give them the analogy that the quarterback's like your mom. Everybody loves their mom, and you go save her in a burning house. I mean, you'd go above and beyond. So that's kind of the mentality they have to develop. I think we'll continue to make improvements in that category. So I'm excited about that.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's the nastiest offensive lineman you got?
I would say Terrence Steele, then probably Jack Anderson. So,
speaking of Jack Anderson, what's it going to be for him to have a great year this year?
You know, I'm constantly on Jack. Jack's a little overconfident at times, which is why he's where he is today. But he knows I expect a lot more out of him. You know, he had some growing pains here and there, but he held his own for an 18-year-old playing in one of the best conferences in football. I think he did an exceptional job. But in order for him to get to where he wants to go and all of his dreams and all that stuff, he's got to, you know, continue to improve his game, which he should have a really good sophomore campaign.
What's the thing you need to do in order to win the Big 12 this year?
You know, it's easy. It's easy for me is we've got to protect the quarterback and run the ball more effectively. I think we went up maybe 30 yards rushing. I expect to go up, you know, probably equally the same. I think with Trey King back and with DeLeon back, I think we've got an opportunity to run the ball well, and, you know, we're going to play really good defense. So that's kind of the recipe for success.
Is there a kid on the team right now on your line that, you know, maybe not be getting a lot of publicity for what he does, but, you know, is kind of like a hard worker and does a good job for the team?
I would say Dawson Deaton, Jack's teammate from Frisco. He does an exceptional job. He might crack the starting lineup, you know, this first game, but he stood out to me. He's very valuable. He can play down the line. He can play center, both tackles, both guards, you know, all that stuff. So he's probably the fan favorite in my heart, at least. And then Jacob Hines, he does some good things. And you know, there's just, you know, we've got a ton of depth, and trying to get those guys meaningful reps is going to be important.
All right, one last question. Who's the funniest player or coach on the team?
Funniest coach by far is Coach McGuire. He can't be serious at all, ever, and it's all the time. The funniest player to me, the funniest player on our team is Jack Reichel. Jack Reichel is kind of the court gesture. You know, you're trying to be serious, and he's always the one making everybody laugh. So I would say Jack Reichel is an offensive lineman. All right.